Hey everyone, it's Nancy with Better Life Blog, and today I'm going to show you how to cut and assemble this adorable pop-up card using your Cricut machine. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I want to give you a free welcome bundle. Just make sure to stick around till the very end and I will let you know how you can get access to that free bundle. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is go to betterlifeblog.com/piano pop-up, and that is going to take us to the downloads page. And so if you are a member and you're logged in, this is what that page will look like. You can go ahead and click on the download button. If you are not logged in, you will see that there are two options to download. You can either join and become a member of VIP Crafters Club, which is amazing. You'll get tons and tons of files. Let me just give you a quick preview here. You're going to get access to all of this amazing, amazing, amazing stuff. We've got tutorials, we've got projects, we've got pop-ups, we've got shadow boxes. We've got just so many cute, amazing projects that you will enjoy. So lots of fun stuff, and it's only $15 a month, and you're going to get access to everything, and you're going to also become a part of our awesome community. We have live help sessions, so you can get help with your Cricut or your silhouette, and Zoom parties, all kinds of amazing stuff. So this is really the best deal. But if that's just something that you're not interested in, no problem. You can actually just purchase the file right here. Just click on this button over on the right. All right, so I've already got it downloaded. It's on the desktop here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to extract this file. So what you can do is you can right click and you can go open with archive utility, or if I'm on a Mac, so if you're on a PC, it might say something like unzip all or extract all, or I find the easiest thing to do is to just double click it and then it's going to extract this file right here. So when you open that up, you're going to see that there are 4 different files in here. You really want the SVG file, which is right there. And there's what it's going to look like. That's a quick little preview. All right, so let me go ahead and open up my Cricut design space first. All right, so I'm in my Cricut design space, and here is a blank canvas. If you don't know how to do that, let's see if I could go back to the home so I could show you. All right, so if you are opening up Cricut Design Space for the first time, you will see this home page right here, and in the upper right hand corner there will be a green button that says New Project. Go ahead and click on that, and this won't come up for you guys, but so here's my blank canvas, and then what I want to do is upload my file. So in the lower left hand corner here, it's going to say upload with that up arrow. Click on that, and then you want to go ahead and click upload image right in that center sort of left-ish side over here. Go ahead and click upload image, and then you can either browse your computer, or since I already have this open, I'm going to go ahead and just take my SVG file and I'm just going to drag it over here, and it's going to turn this minty green color, and I'm going to go ahead and drop that. All right, so now I can see a preview of what this looks like here, and if you want, you can give it an image name just so that you can find it later on a little bit easier. So I'm just going to write BLB for Better Life Blog, piano pop-up card. And then I'm going to go ahead and click upload. And now you'll see that it's under my recent uploads area. I'm going to go ahead and click on this, and you'll see that it becomes highlighted in green. And then in the lower right hand side, I'm going to go ahead and click add to canvas. Okay, so the design has been added to my canvas, and the first thing I want to do now that it's on my canvas is zoom out a little bit so that I could see. On the lower left hand corner, I can just hit the minus sign a couple of times. Whoops, that's too many times, until I can see it there a little bit better. And then what I want to do is I want to ungroup this. So I'm just going to click on it and you'll see that there's a box over the whole entire thing. I'm going to ungroup it by clicking on this ungroup button located in the upper right hand corner. And that's just going to allow me to be able to, click the individual areas there. So over here on the left hand side, you can see there's several elements of this design. So over here, this is the outer card. This is the inside piano that's going to be the pop-up. And you can see that there's several cut lines and what's going to be score lines here on this outer card, here on this pop-up piece. And then we also have the envelope here. This pink rectangle is going to become the score lines, which we're going to change in just a minute. And then down here we have this cute little musical score, which we're going to be writing with our Cricut pens. And I'm going to show you how to set that up too. And then over here we have this keyboard. So this is just going to be cut into two different pieces. So first things first, let's go ahead and change all of the lines that need to become score lines. So we have almost in every section, we're going to have some score lines. So let's do the outer card first. So right here in the center, this line needs to be changed to a score line. Go ahead and click on that. And then we're going to change that over where it says operation. Right now it's set to basic cut, so I'm just going to click on this drop down and I'm going to locate where it says score. Click on that, and when I click off of it, you can see that it's changed that to a dotted line, which is going to be a score line. Now in order for this to cut in the correct place, we just need to click and drag over the whole thing. And you can see over here on the right hand side, it's selected two of these layers. And I want to have these cut together. So what I need to do is I need to attach them. Go ahead and click on this paper clip over here on the lower right hand side. And that's going to ensure that these two pieces cut together, the two pieces being the score line itself and the cut line for the cardstock. Next, we're going to do the exact same thing over in this center area here. So if you click on, you can try to click right over here on this line or on this line, and you should be able to grab all the score lines. You'll notice that all of the score lines, or all of the lines that should become score lines, are set in this pink color. That's just to help you to be able to identify which ones are score lines and which ones are not supposed to be score lines. So this one is supposed to be a score line, but it says under operation right now that it's set to basic cut. So all we want to do while it's selected there, we're just going to change that. We're going to click on where it says basic cut and we're going to change that to score. And then you can see that it's changed all of those lines. Now there are several lines here in several different places. So it's really important that we just ensure that we have all of these lines cut out, or that they're going to be all scored. Okay. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and click and drag over this whole section here. And I'm going to go ahead and click attach. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing in the envelope. Now I'm actually not going to cut the envelope today, but this is what I would do if I was going to be cutting it. Actually, you know what? Let me just go ahead and cut it. I'll go ahead and cut it just so that you guys can see how it's assembled. Okay, so I'm going to click right over here on this pink rectangle, and then up over here where it says operation, I'm going to change basic cut again to score, and now you can see that it's set to score, and then click and drag over this whole area, and then go back over here and click on the paper clip so that I can attach it. Okay, one more thing that I need to change, but I need to get real close. Actually, two more things, but it's this little score piece right here. Now this score piece, like I said, I'm going to zoom in, is going to be, we're going to do two things with this. Okay. We're going to do two things with this score. We are going to change, sorry, we're going to do two, it is a score actually, musical score, but that's not, that's a little confusing. Okay, so I'm going to click on this line, or I'm going to click on this over here, and then I'm actually going to ungroup it. So you can either right click and ungroup, or you can just click on the ungroup button right up here. And now I can actually grab some of the individual elements of this design. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I'm going to click on the music notes, and up here up at the top it says basic cut. Now I actually want to change this to under where it says draw. I'm going to choose the pen. Okay, and that's just going to change it so that I'm going to use my pen tool. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to click on this, and it's actually selecting this as a group, so I need to ungroup this one more time. So go ahead and click ungroup, and now when I click, I can actually click on this where it's the score line. So I'm going to click on this that's supposed to be changed to a score line because we need to fold it, and I'm going to click over up here on operation and do the same thing again, guys. We're going to change it to score. Okay, so now I have the music notes, which are set to the pen. I've got my score, which is set to the score line. And then this piece needs to just be cut out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and drag over the whole thing, and I'm going to click attach. Okay. So if I zoom out, we'll just do a quick recap of everything that we did here. We did a score line on this side, and then we attached it. We did score lines here, and then we attached this. We changed this to a score line, and then we attached it. Down here, we changed the music notes to a pen, and we changed the line to a score line, and then we attached the whole thing. And then this keyboard, these are going to cut separately. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and hit make it. All right, so I actually left this gray, but you probably will want to cut this out in black, or you can cut this out in white if you want. If you want to cut this out in white, I would suggest making this little keyboard part, because this is supposed to be the black keys, making this at least black. But this part you can change it to white if you wanted to. And then we have, so we can just click on each mat just to see. The reason that I moved this, sorry, I just kind of unconsciously did it. The reason I moved this down here is because I want to cut this on an 8.5 by 11 sheet, and this will allow me to keep that down to 8.5 by 11. Let me click on the second one over here. So for this one, I also want to cut this on an 8.5 by 11, but the only way that I can do that is if I rotate. So I'm going to click on this rotate button here, and I'm just going to rotate that sideways and then move that. And I'm going to click on this piece, and I'm going to rotate that sideways as well. And then I'm just going to bring it down over here. Oof, that's cutting it real close, isn't it? That's probably not going to work, because if I cut right here, it's going to really cut this area off. And I don't want to take a chance of this getting ruined. So I'll just leave it the way that it was before. I'm just thinking out loud here. I think I'll go ahead and cut this out on a 12 by 12 sheet just to be safe. And then same thing for this piece right over here. This is also going to need a 12 by 12 sheet. All right, I'm going to click back on the first mat, and then I'm going to go ahead and click continue. All right, and next I'm going to go ahead and choose my material. Now this particular paper, this black paper, is a little bit thicker. The white cardstock is a bit lighter, and the white for the envelope that I'm using is actually very thin. So I'm gonna I'm going to go ahead and choose heavy cardstock for this first one. And now it is telling me to load my tools. Now it's recommending a double scoring wheel. I'm using my Cricut Maker, but of course you can use this with your Cricut Explorer. But you can't use the scoring wheel, and I prefer actually using my my scoring stylus. So I'm going to click Edit Tools there, and I'm just going to choose my scoring stylus. I'm going to hit Apply, and I'm going to actually have to do this, I think, each time. So now it's telling me to load the scoring stylus in clamp A. Okay, so I've got my black cardstock on my blue light grip cutting mat, and I have my scoring stylus. I'm going to go ahead and place this down in the left side with the arrow pointing down, and then I'm going to go ahead and close that clamp. And then I'm going to take my mat, I'm going to load it under the 2 notches over here, and then I'm going to push the load button right there. And then I'll go ahead and push the flashing C. And this is going to go ahead and do the scoring first and then the cutting. It's going to take a bit of time, and then once it's all done, I will switch out the mat and I will grab my white cardstock for the next part and my Cricut pen. And I'm going to load the Cricut pen in the exact same place where the scoring tool is right now. So your Cricut Design Space will tell you when to use which tool. So you just need to read the prompts on the screen. So I'm just going to go ahead and let this cut. It's finished scoring, and now it's going to do the cutting. Alright, so I'm just going to gently and carefully remove this from my mat. I want to be especially careful around the legs, and just be aware that some of the pieces are disconnected in certain places, so just want to keep guiding it and pulling gently. This top part should be loose, separated from the top, and so that's what it should look like. You also want to pop out some of those musical notes and things like that. All right, so I'll put that aside. And then for the next part, I have my white cardstock, which I'm going to load here in just a second. Now back on my screen, it says that it's going to be, let's see, it's going to be doing the scoring first. So I'm going to leave my scoring tool in there, and then once it's done with the scoring, it's going to ask me to add in my Cricut pen. So let's go ahead and load this. I'm going to push my Cricut C. Just move this a little bit so you can see that. All right, great. So now it's done with the scoring. I'm going to go ahead and remove the scoring tool. And then I'm going to take my Cricut pen. This is a 0.4 tip pen. So I'm going to remove the cap, and then I am going to place this down so that the arrow is pointing down. I'm going to close the clamp, and then I'm going to go ahead and click the flashing C. And now over here, I have a couple of things. I've got the inner, or the outer, I should say, card. So I'm going to fold along the crease there. And then this piece, it's very small, but there is a crease right here along this tab. And then you'll notice that there's a slight diagonal crease right there. So I'm going to fold along that also. And then there is a tab down here at the bottom. So I'm going to fold that as well. Okay. And over here I have my card, my piano. And one thing that I forgot to take off earlier from my mat was this. This is the black keys, and it's going to go underneath this piece right there. We're going to glue those together. So let's go ahead and do that first. Give it a chance to dry. So the white keys goes on top of the black keys, and you want to make sure that you're gluing it onto the right side. So the correct side is that the keys are sort of at the top like this, and then this little right side over here has this interesting looking indentation, almost like a bite mark out of the upper right corner. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on the underside, and this is the glue that I was telling you about. It's called Barely Art Precision Craft Glue, and I like it because it comes with this little needle, and I actually just store it with the needle inside. I don't know if you're supposed to do that or not, but I like that because then it never gets stuck. So I really like it, and it's super fine. You can really control the amount of glue that's coming out, which is really nice. Just really tiny amounts of glue. This is great for projects like this where you really don't need a lot of glue, but you need small amounts and in a lot of places. So it's perfect for a project like this. And if you want, you could use a pair of tweezers for this part. And this glue should also dry clear as well. So I'm going to put this aside, let this dry. So there I have my little keyboard, and I've got my music, and I've got my envelope, and I've got my outer card. Alright, so I'm going to put that aside. Now, this looks more complicated than it is, okay? So what we want to do is, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take my scoring stylus and a ruler, and I'm going to actually go over, because this paper is kind of thick, I'm actually going to go over all the score lines just a little bit harder, because I really want to make sure that these fold in the places that they're supposed to. Like, for example, these areas, if you're not careful, these areas will fold, and we don't want anything to be folded there. So if you press a little extra hard on these areas, it's going to make it easier And here is one of the score lines right here. This is the side of the piano bench. Okay. And then we also have, it's kind of hard to see, but I want to make sure you have some good lighting. So I'm going to go ahead and just go over all of the scored lines, and then I'll show you whether to fold these in or out. All right, so I've just reinforced all the score lines with my Cricut scoring tool. You can also use like an old pen that has no ink. That works too. Okay, so this is, like I said, this looks a lot trickier than it actually is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the far left and the far right center lines, and I'm going to fold those in. These are going to get glued against the inner card here. And so as you're folding those in, you kind of want to push the piano itself out a little bit. Okay. And then as we're pushing it out, what we want to do is we want to take the bottom pieces, the legs, and kind of push those up. So I'm going to push those all up. And you're going to start to see the next line up from all of these. Those need to be folding out. So you want to fold almost like towards yourself. Fold and kind of push this down. And being really careful not to let these legs get folded. You want to take that straight line right up here, and you want to kind of use that line and fold that down. Okay, so you're kind of starting to see this come together. And as I'm kind of giving this a little bit of a push, you could see like what areas need to get folded where. And then the ones that are up against the back wall, you want to fold those the other direction. Okay, so now you can kind of see where all the folds need to go. And then I'm going to try to gently push this all the way down, and then really, really reinforce all of the fold lines where all of them are supposed to go. Okay. Now we have a couple other things that we need to glue. We need to glue on our music, and we need to glue on our keyboard. So let's go ahead and do the keyboard first. I've got my precision glue here, and you could see that this fits perfectly on this. How do I describe where this is located? So we've got the bench, and then we've got a thin strip, and then we've got the keyboard. It's going to go right there. I'm going to add some glue. And then I'm going to take my keyboard, and you could see that little bite mark I was talking about right there. goes right up at the top. Okay, and then the last thing we want to do before we glue this onto our backing piece is we want to get our music. So we have this bottom tab here, and then we have this side, this right tab over here. So the right tab actually goes right here at the bottom, and then this inner tab goes through this slit and onto the underside so that it looks like somebody's reading the music. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to put that right inside, and then I'm going to turn this upside down. And I'm going to apply some glue to this tab, and then just go ahead and push that down. Okay, and then I'm going to fold this side tab here, and I'm going to go ahead and apply some glue there. And then I'm going to push this up, and I'm going to take the top of my piano, the cover, and I'm going to press that tab. And you can even kind of fold that angle down, that angled score that we made earlier. You can fold that down, and that's actually how this is supposed to collapse. All right, so now that everything is in place, I'm just going to give this like 10 seconds or so just to make sure that that glue is really secured. Okay, so now we can see that this whole piano folds and opens just as it should. Now we're going to take our outer piece, and I'm going to line up the center folds. I'm going to take my glue, and I'm going to generously apply some glue onto all of the solid areas. Now, the one place that you don't want to apply glue is the piano cover, because that's supposed to be a flap that kind of opens and closes. It's not meant to stick to anything. So you want to leave that alone. This area right here is the cover. I don't know the technical term for that part of the piano. I feel like the cover is right, but somebody let me know in the comments what it's actually supposed to be called. All right. So there it is. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the cover, and I'm going to push it down. And then when I pull it up, it's glued down, perfect. And then we're going to take the other side and do the same thing here. I really like this glue, you guys. I actually bought this quite a long time ago, but I've just had it sitting, and I haven't really tried it until just recently, and I am in love. I think it's the best, one of the best glues I've ever used. Okay, so then now we want to go ahead and take this other side and press it down. All right, guys. So there it is. How cute is this? So like I said, you want to make sure that this flap is free. Isn't that cute? Okay. So we can actually go ahead and do this piece first. Just go ahead and fold along the scored lines. Now I actually want the printed side to be on the inside. It looks really cute that way. All I did was I'm creasing along the lines that were scored previously. And then next what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply some glue here and here. I'm going to use my Abtech Crafters tape for this one. I actually found another glue that I really like for my precision crafting, which I'm going to show you in a sec. This is good for quick stuff like this, and it didn't need to be quite too, it's not super detailed. But anyway, here is the envelope, so that's ready to go. And then we've got our envelope here. You can put this inside. So you give it to somebody and they open it. And ta-da! How cute is that? I love it so much. By the way, guys, one thing that I wanted to mention, if you are doing this on black like me, what you can do is you can actually take a white gel pen and you can use that to write your note in this empty space. On the front, you could maybe use some vinyl, put a cute saying, whatever on the front. But on the inside, if you wanted to write a handwritten note, you can use some gel pen. I hope you guys had fun making this. I loved designing this for you and putting this all together. So don't forget to show me your versions of this. Like I said, you can download this from the link that's in the description box. And I can't wait to see what you guys do. If you are one of my amazing VIP Crafters Club members, you already know that this cut file is available for you to download free with your membership. I have included a link in the description for you to access that easily. And if you are not yet a member of VIP Crafters Club, don't worry, you can still get access to this file. All you have to do is visit the link in the description box to purchase this file directly, or better yet, why not join this incredible community with thousands of other crafters? VIP Crafters Club is a digital monthly crafting subscription. You will get access to all of these amazing crafts that you're seeing on your screen right now. It's perfect for beginner and experienced Cricut and Silhouette crafters. Every month, I provide you with brand new cut files, a list of materials, and a complete step-by-step tutorial, including how to upload and set up the SVG files in Cricut Design Space and Silhouette Studio, so that you can create a new and interesting project from start to finish, something that really stretches your creativity and challenges you to do something new and different with your Cricut or Silhouette. You'll get lots of amazing projects and cut files that's going to build your confidence with using your machine. Every month there is something new. My members tell me that it feels like Christmas morning every single month. And plus, small business commercial use is allowed because I love to see my members earning money selling the crafts that they make using my cut files. Totally optional, but just something I like to throw in there in case you are somebody who has a small business. We even have a live virtual crafting party once a month where we craft virtually together via Zoom. We have fun, we laugh, we share our creations. It is really a wonderful, tight-knit community with some of the most amazing group of crafters that you will ever know. We all get to craft with each other, and it's just such a really special thing to be a part of. So I hope that you'll consider crafting right along with us. And it does not cost much. The monthly fee is less than a trip to McDonald's. So check it out. And also be sure to check the description box for a special link and a coupon code so that you can save even more. So go ahead, check it out. I hope that you'll join us, and I look forward to crafting with you. If you are new to my channel, I would love to gift you this free welcome bundle. All you have to do is go to my website at betterlifeblog.com/welcome, and you will get to download this free bundle. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe learned something new. And if you did, I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you'd like to get notified whenever I post a new video, go ahead and ring that cute little bell. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you learned something new from this video. I hope that you found it interesting, and I hope that you'll come back and see some more of my videos. Below are a couple of fun videos for you to watch. I hope that you'll enjoy, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.